Hello, everyone. Welcome. I feel compelled first to start out and just give everyone a sincere hope and well wishes that you are healthy, that your loved ones are healthy. I've probably talked to about 20 to 30 of you in the last 2 weeks. And what's interesting is how much each of you have said that this community just got very much more relevant to you. I'd love to talk through a discussion on pipeline development, pipeline prosecution. One of the co-leads today is Steve Fitz. Steve is the Chief Revenue Officer at Sumo Logic, a progressive, innovative SaaS company. Steve's partner in this discussion is another Chief Revenue Officer, Brett Shirk. Brett runs and manages the entire global sales, go-to-market, sales process and strategies and execution for Rubrik.
Good stuff. Thanks, Chad. I think the one thing we learned during this is you have to be, as a leader, you have to be empathetic. I lived through 9/11 in New York, and I think you have to understand that people process things differently. But let's jump into it. It's actually even more important now to focus on, quality of pipe, and then how do I prosecute across that spectrum. So we have a, bifurcated team that's probably 60% enterprise, 40% mid-market. So they're responsible for 50% of the pipe, and the partner pipe includes in there 50%. But the other side of that is the collaboration with the marketing demand gen team.
We break it down by three internal contributing functions, the account executive, and then we have an inside sales function that rolls up to marketing, and then we have an alliances and partners organization, rolls under the sales umbrella, and we're asking them to contribute 20% of pipeline influence deals.
From a CRO's perspective, I wanted to ask you, Steve and Brett, do you all also measure rolling 4 quarters pipeline? Because some companies just live quarter on quarter.
So thanks, Samesh. We look at current quarter and current quarter plus 2. We think, current quarter and 2 quarters out is about as best we can do at this point. I find it very difficult to do a 4-quarter rolling pipe, just, the challenges associated with visibility that far out.
So Brett, I know you've been at large companies. How does any of this differ in your experiences?
In a company where you have a defined market, you have a defined addressable market, and you have clear differentiation, it's much easier to put a pipeline generation engine in place versus a large company where you have multiple product lines and a lot of different contributors across the organization.
I'm interested tactically in who has responsibility or accountability for entering in pipe when it's coming from a partner.
We do it all in Salesforce, and our CDMs are responsible for ensuring that the opportunities are put in as a result of in one of those 3 categories.
We gravitate to the partners because they're bringing the opportunity to us and let them register that deal. And, there is an incentive for them for a registered deal in that regard. So incentive on that side.
What are you doing to get these into stage 4 in preparation for the next quarter? And we found that has really drives people into thinking about being prepared for the next quarter, and that helps the accuracy a lot.
I think it goes back to qualified pipe. I mean, once you get to stage 4, that should be very qualified pipe that's ready for the next stages to close.
In today's world of COVID-19, we need to just make sure that we continue to collaborate with our customers. And so this is where we're spending time kind of identifying that current state of where that customer is today, what they are identifying as their pain points, looking then at what that future state looks like and what is the desired state, and making sure that it's documented.
This community of what we're doing, we learn together, and that's the best thing we get out of this. My last message to everybody is just stay positive.
Steve, is grateful to have the opportunity to work with you on this. Learned a lot from you. Chad, always a pleasure, an honor and a privilege to be part of the things that you're doing with ecosystems.